Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this is really a subject that I have been eagerly waiting to share with you. We're going to be diving into the world of psychiatric clinical rotations, and let me tell you, the excitement, the challenges have been nothing short of extraordinary. As a psychiatric nurse practitioner student, I have navigated through the theoretical, I've navigated through the practical, and now I'm on the brink of stepping into the dynamic realm of psychiatric care. But before I jump into those details, let me pose a question to you. How do you prepare to step into the complex, the nuanced world of a mental health and psychiatric provider? Well, this is certainly a question I've asked myself, and in this video, today I'm taking you on a journey. It's a journey of readiness, from my initial spark of curiosity in the classroom to facing these challenges head on. This video is all about the steps I've taken to be as prepared as I possibly can for my upcoming psychiatric clinical rotations. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's embark on this journey together. I'll be right there. So whether you're a fellow nurse practitioner student, maybe you're just thinking about becoming a PMHNP, or you're just curious about my personal journey, there's something in this video for everyone. Now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you won't miss any part of this journey. So, like you, I've been with patients for many years as a registered nurse. As an ER nurse, I've worked with psychiatric patients. Most of them were either in some kind of crisis, they were undiagnosed, or they were just non-compliant in their care. As a provider, however, the stakes are much higher. So many people with mental illness go without treatment, and although in my clinical rotations I don't get to make the final decisions as a student, my interactions are going to have a significant impact on them and their care. So part of my challenge in getting ready for these clinical rotations is a concern that I have about knowing the right things to do. The concern I have about making the right kinds of provider decisions. In preparation for this semester, I've been using my PMHNP and my Oasis accounts to review all the information from my previous 4 semesters. And this includes learning and getting up to date on psychiatric illnesses, on the different therapies that are available, as well as their treatments. I just don't want to be ready for patients. I also don't want to embarrass myself with my preceptors by looking like I don't know what's going on. I suppose my biggest fear about working with psychiatric patients is just making a diagnostic mistake. Because unlike physical conditions, where you have reliable, you have tangible diagnostic biomarkers and things like imaging, almost nothing like that exists in psychiatry. This is a very subjective element to all of this. And in my inexperience of observing mental health symptoms, I don't want that to cause me to miss something. As I started preparing for this, I've been watching videos of the varying spectrums of symptom presentations. I've also been more attuned to this in my work day in and day out as a registered nurse. So with all that aside, just what am I going to take with me on my clinical days with patients? So I'm not taking a lot of things with me. It's probably a lot less than I would take for a clinical rotation with medical patients. But it's not just about seeing patients and thinking about what I'm going to do. There are, frankly, a lot of requirements for my school for clinical rotations, a lot of documentation, a lot of write-ups, case studies that have to be responded to. I've got to provide a lot of information about the patients that I'm taking. So here are the things that I'm going to take with me on an actual clinical day. And since I haven't started clinicals yet, this might change over time. The first thing I'm taking is my iPad. I have a case with a keyboard in it. And what I did is I set up a file folder on my home screen. And in that file folder, I put all of the links to all of my references any apps that I have in there. I've got several templates for write-ups I have to do in Google Docs. I've put a link to all of those. So when I'm sitting at the clinical site and I've got a few minutes, I can quickly jump in, start doing that work, because I just don't want to be loaded down with a ton of it when I get back home after my clinical day. The second thing I have in here is this book, the Psychiatry H&P Manual. Something you can get on Amazon. I'll put a link to it below. This book has a complete template in it. I don't know if you can see that well. It has a complete template in it of the entire psychiatric evaluation. So I can quickly record the information I want, but it also has a lot of prompts in it, so I know exactly what I'm asking for. I think this is going to be invaluable. It has tear-out sheets, so I can tear them out and save them for later when I'm doing my write-ups. The other thing I'm taking with me is this book here. Now, this is a book that has not only a breakdown of all the necessary medication facts. What I really like about this book is that it has treatment algorithms for almost all psychiatric conditions that I'm going to encounter on my clinical rotations. Finally, the last thing I'm taking, and this is a little bit old school, is these time log sheets that are required by my school so that I can log. Each day I have to log the hours that I had with patients, and my preceptor has to initial those off. So as you can see, I'm not taking a whole lot with me. What I'm taking are the things that I think will help me be able to be ready to come up with a diagnosis, to think about how I would treat that patient, what kind of medications I would prescribe, and access to the references that I'll probably need. These probably aren't the references I'll use in practice, but for what I'm doing in a clinical rotation, that's what I'll need. All right, so that's it in a nutshell. That's what how I've gotten prepared for my clinical rotations. And as we come to the end of this video, I want to take a minute to speak directly to those who might be feeling a little nervous or a little uncertain about stepping into clinical rotations, psychiatric or otherwise, but maybe especially in the realm of psychiatric care. You know, I'm feeling that too. The mix of excitement about finally, after 4 semesters, getting to see patients, and apprehension make me wonder if I'm really ready for what's to come. It's normal to have fears and concerns, but let me tell you something important. You've got this. You've been preparing. You've been learning. You've been growing. You have more strength within you than you probably realize. And I'm beginning to learn that about myself as well. Clinical rotations are an opportunity to put into practice everything you've worked so hard to learn. It's a chance to make a real impact on the lives of those that you'll be caring for. Remember, every step you take in this journey is a step towards becoming an amazing healthcare professional, the most amazing nurse practitioner that you aspire to be. So embrace the challenges, learn from these experiences, and believe in your ability to make a positive difference. As I gear up for my own psychiatric clinical rotations, I can't help but feel a surge of excitement. The chance to engage with patients, to contribute to their well-being, and to witness the transformative power of healthcare. I mean, it's a privilege that we're about to experience together. So I'd love to hear from you and your comments. How are you getting started and preparing for your clinical rotations? If you're starting clinical rotations, or if you've been through it, share your thoughts, share your tips, or even your own initial concerns. We're a community, and we're here to support each other on this incredible journey. Thanks for being a part of this community and for joining me on this journey. Your support, I mean, it really means the world to me. So get ready for some more exciting content, and until the next time, take care, stay inspired, and remember, your journey in healthcare is filled with endless possibilities.